Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. It has been quite some time since I've done a video and I apologize for that. Many reasons, no excuses, but we're going to jump into a crazy haul. This is for May and June, and we're going to start with Colossal, the original cutting system. This is something that I got at my not so new job. I started another job at a thrift store. It is also a mission, so a lot of things get given away for free, which is pretty cool. It's right across the street, and been there about 2.5 months now, mid-April when I started. So that is a lot of the reason why I haven't made a whole lot of videos, because I've just been whooped. One would think that working at a thrift store would be less hard on you than installing flooring, but alas, apparently I am the muscle over there, so I get worked like a dog. But it will either get me in really good shape or kill me, so there's that. But dangerous place to work, because I find awesome stuff like this. Colossal, the original cutting system. I have these. I've had some of these in my stencils for like a long time, and I was just going to use them as stencils. I had no idea that this is what they were used for. So I have ovals, hearts, squares, letters, and this is the cutting tool. It's like a little razor. It's very small, and it swivels. So you put it in there and you cut, and it swivels along with you. It also, there were extra ones. So all this stuff I got from, it's ECFC, Clothing and Furniture Center. So this from the new job. I believe I paid $12 for all of this, which I know is not how much it would cost had I got it in the store. And this was all in its original packaging, but I took it out because there were staples and one already stabbed me, so I didn't want to be struggling while I was on camera. So that is Colossal. Next, I have from Emily Grace Palettes some watercolor. This is a really cool sparkly black, and then she sent some other samples: Groovy, Cyclops, and Supernova. These are going to be really fun. She also sent some nice cards and a nifty sticker. So that is Emily Grace Palettes. Found her on Instagram. Also, across the street, I got these planners because I need to do better at keeping track of my videos, what I've done in my videos, what goes where, my hashtags, all that stuff. Doing better at putting like post-it notes and stuff on my specific pages, but since it's been so long since I've done a video, I actually had to go back and watch my last haul video to see what was in that, so I knew what to put in this one. So I'll be doing better at stuff like that. I got 3 different sizes. They are actually, as far as the dates, going to run out like very soon. I think July of this, but I am going to just cover up the numbers with little little dot stickers and write what the date is actually supposed to be, because these are pretty fantastic. This is normal notebook size, this one, and then these two are a little bit smaller. So hopefully these will help. Again, I got these from my job across the street at the thrift store. I also, which I don't know if this will be for coloring, but it is just nifty, so I'm going to show it. Got some, they say it's piping paper, it's like linen paper, and it has those lines, so it's almost graph-ish. There's also watermarks down here, I don't know if you can see it. So it's very, very pretty paper. It's a very light pink, which it's getting washed out on in this light. And I have to have my lamp on because it is a gloomy, rainy day, and it is hot and muggy. Anyways, it's a ream of paper. Does it say how many there are in here? Nope. Anyway, pretty paper. I also got 4 pads of this paper across the street. It's a big 9. It is very large graph paper. I use graph paper a lot. This will be very useful for many, many things. And I only grabbed one at first because I thought, hey, people are going to like this. But then it sat there and it sat there and it sat there and it sat there. And so I grabbed a couple more. So I got 4 of those. And then I got this, which is a bunch of ink pads. I have been using these a lot. I'm not going to take these out and show you because they are messy. I will, however, that was me testing all of them. Some are like just transparent inks. Some are more like ink oxides. But they are all surprisingly juicy and awesome, and like I said, I've been using them. So in my completed pages, which will also be for 2 months, and hopefully recorded and uploaded soon, you'll see a lot of that. So yeah, this whole thing I got for 20 bucks. So again, dangerous but awesome place to work, thrift store. And you can see on my blotter paper all the stuff that I've been doing there. And from the Dollar Tree, I got another one of these glitter films. Sticky vinyl paper, it's glitter, and this one is rose gold to add to the collection. Okay, next are a bunch of books that were given to me, surprisingly, which is freaking awesome, and I want to give people their just dues. So this I got from, this says pending pile because I've actually started something in here. I got from Grumble Bunny, and I was watching a video and she had said that she'd got 2 of these mistakenly, and messaged me and asked if I wanted the second copy, and I said heck yeah. So I got that from Grumble Bunny, sent me an awesome card with it, and I have started a page in here, so I won't show you that. She does have a flip, I believe, of this. I'm going to put this back where I had it, maybe, if it'll let me. So yeah, there are some repeats. 2-sided, great paper, hardcover book. Like I said, there's some repeats, But it was a clean book, and I am super happy to have it. I have many ideas for many pages in here, and I'm going to put this on my pending pile because I would like to finish that this month. These two were sent to me by Sarah Simi. I know that in one of my previous videos that I've mentioned that I really like MC Escher, and these are MC Escher inspired. They are by Igor Zev Orlovsky. I'm not even going to try to say that. Anyway, very cool books. Cool pictures in MC Escher style, for sure. Learning Locksmith. I think that has something to do with the publisher or the artist. Grayscale. Awesome funness. So yeah, these were both sent to me by Sarah Simi. Thank you very much, Sarah. And then, I was talking with Lori Craig, who illustrates mandala books, and I have many of her books, and I'm on her coloring team, and she asked if I wanted a physical copy of a book for a change, since I usually get them in a digital format. And I said, sure. And she said, well, what are you looking for? I'm like, well, send me something that's difficult, challenging. And she said, okay. So I'm expecting one book, and I get 4, which was very surprising and very much appreciated. And I have pages marked in all of them. This, I have finished a page in Beautiful and Intricate Adult Coloring Book by Lori Craig. I believe this is an 8x8 book, and like I said, I have one finished, which has been posted to Instagram. And I'll show you a few that I have marked to do. This makes me think of a geisha. And there's kitties and snakes and owls and just stuff that I see in these pictures, which I think she kind of does on purpose. She has a great sense of humor with these books, and there's like an owl, and there's a bee-ish looking type thing that looks like a sombrero. So yeah, this, I just really like circles. Looks fun. This one, it looks like a husky or a wolf. Very folk art-ish looking. And this one is the one that I finished. Like I said, if you can't wait until my finished pages video, which will be very soon, you can look at that on Instagram. We'll put that in the finished pile. I have also started a page in here. Magnificent and Intricate Mandalas, Adult Coloring Volume 2 by Lori Craig. And there are some very intricate and some not quite so intricate mandalas in here. I really like this one. Yeah, I got one started, and I'm not going to show that one. Put this on the pending pile. Oh my god, Adult Coloring Book Volume 2. Let's see what we have marked in here. Mermaids. There's mermaids in there. This is another one with what looks like a bunch of owls to me. I gotta do my owl pages. Kind of slacked off on that a little bit. This one I just really like. And this one looks like a grumpy old man. An old man sweater, which I love old man sweaters, if you didn't know. This looks like dude in a hard hat with his toolbox or his lunch pail, or maybe both. I don't know. Wearing pajamas with the potty flap. I don't know. Not that you would work in such things. Here's another one that I think looks like there's owls in it. And this looks kind of like a kitty face. And this one just looks nuts, which will be fun. This one, for all of you clown lovers. It almost looks like a jester too, like the jester hat, and those could be the bells. So yeah, that is Oh My God, Adult Coloring Book number 2 by Lori Craig. And then Fabulous Stained Glass Mandalas, also by Lori Craig. Got a few marked in here. It's like that there's a lot of variety. This one I think I'm going to do very soon. Like a sunflower-ish. Fabulous Stained Glass Mandalas by Lori Craig. Thank you so much, Lori, for sending me all of those books. It's very much appreciated. Next, I have books that have been found while cleaning the office, because we have lots of plans, lots and lots of projects and plans going on with the store, the cats, the art apartment, all that stuff. It's another reason why I haven't been doing a lot of videos, because we have a lot of projects going on that are very time consuming, and we're getting there. So yeah, I have Lighthearted Mandalas to Go. I do have a finished page in here, and I'm not going to show that. This is by Snickerdoodling LLC. This is a little 6.5 by 6.5 book. It is freaking adorable. The last challenge was a 1 implement challenge, and I did a couple of shorts that showed my first attempt with Binks to my cats to pick a color or an implement failed. So then I asked Spooky, and there was a clear winner, which was an alcohol marker, and it started to die. So I will finish this page, but it will not be with 1 implement. As you can see, I've used other things already. I'm trying to get some ideas of how I'm going to finish it up. And so that was not my page for that. But I did get one done, and it is in there, and I thoroughly enjoy this book. I'm looking forward to the new prompt, which is beach towels, striped, bright colored beach towels. That's the new challenge for July, and I think I know which page I'm going to do that on. So there is Lighthearted Mandalas to Go by Snickerdoodling LLC. If you guys didn't already know, I'm kind of getting obsessed with Sarah Musio. I got a lot of these used, or yeah, mostly used. Some of them I think I found new. This Flower Fantasy, it is a poster pad. I bought this completely blind because there was no flip of this, which, I don't know, kind of obsessed with Sarah Musio now, and I got a few more Sarah Musio books. I also have a few more coming. Doodle. I got the French version of Urban Gardens, and it's going to be here next week, I believe. So there is another one coming out that is trees, all trees. That one comes out in September. I did pre-order that. So this is Flower Fantasy, and it's big. It's bigger than a normal book. it opens up like this, and then it is a pad. I have started one, so we are going to, I did tear it out. It was further back in the pad, and it's in the front. So I'm not going to show you that, but it is all, it's decent paper. They are all one-sided, and they are all flowers and other little things. Like this one has butterflies, and then there's one thing that is not the normal thing in every page. So this is all butterflies, and then there is a random turtle. There it is. There's the turtle. So so far, the page that I've been working on, I'm loving it, and I'm using Sharpies, mostly Sharpies and gel pens. So yeah, these are going to be labors of love, but since I can take it out and color it with whatever medium I feel like, that helps. So they are all very insanely intricate. There's 60 different pages. Some of them are really hard to see what is going on at first. Like this is looks like a bunch of bluebells and bees, and then there's a random ladybug. Frogs and daisies. More frogs and a butterfly. These are more sunflowerish. Flying grasshoppers and whatever flower that is. Definitely Sarah Musio style, but in a slightly different application. But I am digging it. I am digging this a lot. So super, super glad I took a chance and got this Flower Fantasy poster pad. I think I have one other poster pad book, again, bought blind, used because I couldn't find a flip of it anywhere. Next is Zen Harmony. This one's a little bit smaller. I'm going to say this is either 8x8 or 9x9. Also by Sarah Musio. It is 8 3/4 by 8 3/4, so we'll just say 9x9. And as per usual, the cool flip out, you could absolutely color it cover. Let me start from the back. I haven't really broken the spines on these yet. I have looked through them though. So these are your good paper, sewn and glued binding, Sarah Musio style. Just lots and lots of awesome, awesome fun. I am quite obsessed. Next is Day and Night. This one I got used. That one, with the Zen Harmony previous book was new. This is Day and Night. This one is neato because it is half day and half night. So we have daytime with butterflies and whatever, and then we have a blackout with grasshoppers, crickets, and the same scene, but nighttime. Get my moon over here. And you have, sorry I bumped you, lions sleeping, and then you got lions in the daytime playing. Got some gorillas sleeping. And then you got some gorillas in the daytime playing. So the whole book is like that. Got some hippos. There's the hippo sleeping. Some zebras. The obligatory owl sleeping in the day because it hunts at night. Frogs. Thinking those are red pandas. Bats. And they're not all 2-page spreads, which is awesome. kangaroos, sheep, horses, swans, and this is my favorite page in this at this moment. So polar bears, these awesome stylized trees. This will be fun. So that is Day and Night by Sarah Musio. That's your normal 10 by 10 book. This is Wonderful Gardens. This is also 10 by 10 by Sarah Musio. And a bunch of flowers, gardens, and her signature style, berries and bees. Awesome, awesome books. Wonderful Gardens by Sarah Musio. And A Passion for Japan, which I know a couple of people have this, and that was really what got me started, was Doodle Robot showing this book on her channel, and then I just kind of went whole hog on Sarah Musio books. Thank goodness I can find some of them very inexpensively. I believe she has a full flip of this on her channel, so I'm not going to get too into it. Beautiful books, beautiful, beautiful books. I really, really like them. Seasonal prompt for Olga Rani right now is Japan. I really like this page. I think I have one started in WA though that I'm gonna try my darndest to finish, because it is, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Next one is an Amazon purchase. Coloring Carnival and Cuties, Emily Appleswitch. These are so fun. I've had the collection of these books by this artist in my cart for quite some time, and I hadn't been able to find a flip through, and so this was kind of a blind buy. I like that it has all of these smaller versions. I also like that it is very Urte-ish. If anyone knows who Urte is, a fashion designer from the 1920s. One of my favorite fashion designers of all time. Fun, craziness. If you like this book at all, look them up. It's pretty amazing. They do have some weird faces though. Amazon paper, one-sided, will still be lots and lots of fun to color. So that's very 1920s. That just looks very much like something Urte would do. I really like this page too. So yeah, this book will be a lot of fun. I think it'll be another one of those books that you can do anything in it, because it is just, you know, a lot of these pages are just so out there already. So yeah, this will be a lot of fun. So that is Coloring Carnival and Cuties by Emily Appleswitch. Next is Creepy Cuties, mega coloring book by Thunder Bay. There's got to be a list of artists in here. Dusty and Jolene Yo and Harry Thornton. Two-sided book, kind of. I mean, essentially one, but there are, oh, I thought there was more blurbs, but I guess not. I believe Doodle Robot did a flip through of this on her channel. That is the reason I got it. Gosh darn it, you Doodle, you do this to me every freaking time. And I don't want to have to stop watching your channel. I just really, really, really need to work on my discipline and willpower. Yeah, so there is Creepy Cuties, a manga coloring book. Next is Woodland Watercolor by Claire Therese Gray. This is fantastic watercolor paper. It is one-sided. They are adorable, adorable woodland creatures and such. And you don't have to do watercolor on here. I would think that markers would work splendidly on this. Yeah, so fun book. It's kind of chunky. Woodland Watercolor, Claire Therese Gray. It's 200 GSM watercolor paper. Next is Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Ugusa. Ugusa, yes. Fun book. I'm sure, sorry about that. Everyone has seen plenty of flips of this. Super cute. I'm gonna color in it first, see how I feel about it before I love this page, before I order any more of their books. And yeah, there's a lot of really cute ones that would work for animals doing people things. Just a very cute book. And there's some examples of the original art. So that is Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Ugusa. Next is this, and I have no idea what any of that says. I got it on Etsy. I want to say I saw a flip. I do thoroughly love this. It's one of those books that has the original on this side and then the picture you can color here. I do plan on emulating some, but not all of these. They are awesome. They're very much rendered like a paint by number. A lot of blue, lots of blue. And some are way more intricate than others. It looks like a lot of fun. And this, so Japanese, came actually wrapped in this fabric. So packaged amazingly well, wrapped in fabric in a ribbon. It's great presentation. So yes, this book that I do not know what any of that says. Sorry. Noreno coloring book. That's the only thing that I can see that's in English. So these next three are books that I found while cleaning the office. Like I said, we are working on a lot of projects and cleaning out the office because we are going to be downsizing because we need to slow down and think about retirement, and that is another reason why I also have another job. So our main area we are cleaning up, we are going to remodel and rent it out and just have 2 of the 3 storefronts for what we need. I mean, we don't need all 3 right now, so there's that. And whilst cleaning, I found these. 400 pages of VeggieTale coloring fun. If you do not know what VeggieTales is, I highly suggest you look them up. They are a religious thing. However, as you know, I am not religious, and they are still very entertaining. I actually met Bob and Larry. That's Bob, that's Larry. At like a book signing with my kids when they were little, which was freaking fantastic. But it is your, newsprint, 2-sided, whatever. But I thought, hey, if I want something simple and I want to reminisce and all that fun stuff, I could just grab this and color it, or if I have little ones over, they could color in something like this and it wouldn't be a big deal. I also found Care Bears. Again, newsprint, two-sided. Looks like fun. And Ninja Turtles. So, bonus, I found some fun coloring books. And the latest MysteryColor issue, African Wildlife. I am going to show the answers in the back if you don't want to see them, sorry. There they are. Seems like a little bit different kind of paper. It's got a little bit of tooth. Definitely feels different. Slightly thicker even, I think. Yeah, so kudos, MysteryColors, for those changes. And Mid-Century Retro Designs, a treasure hunt and coloring adventure. This is by Robin Pickens. And examples, tips, tricks of pictures that are in here. And then they're like this. And there are things that you look for in each picture. So this one on the back says swirling feather nest, tie a pretty bow. So you look for a bow in here, which they are pretty well hidden. It's not, you know, hokey. So pretty cool. And a lot of them just fit right into what you're doing. Like, I think the thing that you're supposed to find is that little smiley face, and it just kind of blends in with everything. Yep. So there is that, Mid-Century Retro Designs by Robin Pickens. And the next pile that I have are books that I got from the thrift store job that are not meant to be coloring books, but I am going to use them as such. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen some of the pages that I've done in here. This book is 123 years old, and I'm sorry if you think it's blasphemy that I am drawing and coloring in a 123-year-old book, but that is what I'm doing. I got about a dozen books. They were going to just put them in recycling. They didn't want to put them out to sell, so I took them all home. I have a nice pile on my shelf. These are the two I'm going to show you right now. Family Pride by Mary J. Holmes. Apparently this was a very important book in its day, and I do kind of read it as I go, because I'm doing in most of my drawings, if it makes any kind of sense, I'm doing, you know, blackout poetry. So, you know, read through, pick out some words, make, you know, a silly saying, poetry, whatever. So I'll be showing the pages in here that I do have finished, in my finished pages. I mean, it's in darn good shape. I mean, seriously, it's in really, really good shape. It's got the original person who had it, their name there. Very fancy writing. And, oops, sneak peek, sorry. 1900. There's no date actually in here, but I looked it up and it's 1900. So there's that. I have finished pages that'll go over there. This is The Lost Word by Henry Van Dyke. I had showed my son, my eldest child, what I was doing in that family pride book, and he asked if I would do him one. So this was one of the smaller ones of, you can see I've already picked out some sayings and stuff. So this one is from well, come on. It's not telling me. Trying not to give you too many sneak peeks. 1917. Again, in a really, really good shape. This one's in even better shape than the other one. So a couple of them in here, finished pages. I will show those in my finished pages. This is The Midnight Fox by Betsy Byers, illustrated by Anne Grifocani. Yeah, so this does have some illustrations. Quite simple. These will be fun ones to be quick and easy and all that. And there's not a huge amount, which will be cool to have a finished book. So yeah. That is The Midnight Fox by Betsy Byers, illustrated by Anne Grifocani. This is Nisak Rise by Natalie Babbitt, illustrated by Natalie Babbitt. Look at that kitty! Right off the bat, there's an awesome kitty. And this has very cool drawings in it, and I believe in this one they are one-sided. They are. There's a couple of them that when there is a picture, there's no writing on the back, so that's pretty awesome too. And then there's little things like that throughout. There's a kitty, and there's a doggy. Looks like a bossy girl and an angry boy. So yeah, that is Nisak Rise by Natalie Babbitt. We have Magic Bone, Nancy Krulik. Illustrations by Sebastian Braun. It's grayscale, cartoonish. Should be fun to try to do some coloring in there. And I like that, you know, the main subject matter is not quite as grayscale and everything else is kind of grayed down. It's a very interesting way to do it. So there is Magic Bone, Nancy Krulik, illustrated by Sebastian Braun. Even Funnier, a middle school story by James Patterson and Chris Grabenstein. And this has a lot of fun drawings that could be colored also. Looks like fun to me. This one was my most recent find, Animal Friends of the Smokies by Fran Hubbard, illustrated by Bob Hines. This is a tiny bit bigger than a normal coloring book. This was from 1981. And there are a bunch of pictures like this in there. On this side. And bunches of info on each of the animals. And it's not huge. So again, another one that could possibly be a finished book in not too crazy amount of time. I like this picture of the skunk. So Animal Friends of the Smokies by Fran Hubbard, illustrated by Bob Hines. And the next is a whole set series of these books. I have colored and started another one in this, Surviving Fights with Your Brothers and Sisters. So there's one that's done in here. Some of them are already colored, and some of them are not. So I thought these would be fun. Like I said, I did color one. I have another one started, so I'm going to put this in my finished pile for my completed pages. And then the next, I mean, they're all same format. Some are colored and some are not. So yeah, that'll be fun. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in that series. So good times. And that, my friends, is my welcome back video of my haul for the months of May and June. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.